Aren't we just tired of people who don't play games talking about games? If you don't prove that you are a gamer, then you shouldn't say anything at all, and nobody should take you seriously. And that's what Christian extremists are. They're a bunch of idiots that don't play games, but they still want to censor games they don't like. They want to claim that something is propaganda when it's not, and they end up exposing themselves to be fake gamers. And the game that is being attacked by them is a game called Split Fiction. This is a game by the same developers that made A Way Out, It Takes Two, and now their newest game Split Fiction is doing very well. It reached an all-time peak of 250,000 players on Steam. That's an amazing feat for a game that just came out. And the director behind the game even responded to a comment of someone calling this game feminist propaganda. He did an interview with Dexerto and they posted a tweet with the video attached. But before we get into it, like, comment, and subscribe to help push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. Here's a tweet from Dexerto. It says, Split Fiction director Josef Fares reacts to fans calling the game woke, and here is that video.
Another feminism propaganda. So what is this? I guess that somebody are reacting that there are two women. Let me say this. In Brothers, there were two guys. In A Way Out, there were two guys. In It Takes Two, there were one guy, one woman. And now there are two girls and everybody's complaining. Come on, man. I mean, let's face it, man. And it's also like based on my daughters. I don't care what you have between your legs. That's totally not interesting for me. Good characters is what's important.
And you heard it there. He said, it doesn't matter what you have between your legs, it's good characters that matter. And I agree with him. And so far, I haven't heard anything on the internet about this game that's been negative in terms of dialogue and writing. Maybe the cringy, goofy dialogue. But in terms of feminist propaganda, feminism propaganda means to like put down men, act like women are stronger than men when biologically they are not. But then someone quote tweeted that tweet saying this, nobody called this game woke or even heard of it. He's doing this for bait. First of all, he's not doing anything for bait. He was asked this question, or at the very least, Dexerto showed him a tweet, and then he responded to that tweet. So he himself is not doing anything. But then someone admitted to doing exactly that. It's this Christian extremist. And we talked about this loser before. His name is Yorch. He's the one that was going after Doom the Dark Ages. He was saying that game has fans worried because the game is being published by Microsoft, and that the game didn't have a super dolled up woman. The woman that he's referring to that appeared in the trailer for 2 seconds didn't even look bad. She wasn't objectively hideous like the woman in Fable, because if she was, I would have said something. I would have noticed when they were showing off the game. And he just did a whole bunch of straw man arguments. I talked about that in a previous video a while back. And he responded to the tweet saying that no one said the game was woke, and he said this, oh, I did. He sounds very proud of himself. But whatever, let's continue. And even added this feminism slop to March non-binary list. Okay, I don't know if anyone gives a fuck about your list personally. You're not a big person. Nobody listens to you. You're just an idiot who doesn't play games, but at the same time you want to talk about games. But whatever, let's continue. He can get all the inspiration from where he wants, but the game is being promoted as feminism slop, and my golden rule never fails. If it looks feminist, and it talks feminist, and it walks feminist, the game is feminist. Plus the female characters are totally missing the mark in the beauty department. Sure, some may say, oh come on, this isn't woke, but many of us already develop a sense for wokeness and don't want any of that in games. Anyway, Split Fiction is non-binary, and he shows his corny ass list that he sat around and came up with. First of all, let me say this. Using the word woke is fucking retarded. I never use the word woke. I don't say it in my videos. I never called anything woke. I don't put it in my titles or thumbnails or anything like that because it's fucking stupid. I don't like the word for 3 different reasons. 1, it has no clear definition, and nobody should be using a word if they don't know the definition of the word. 2, the word is spammed way too much. You sound stupid if you're just constantly saying woke, 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 woke. It's just corny, it's stupid, it's old and outdated. And 3, it's just an umbrella term for anything a right winger doesn't like. Just say what you don't like specifically about something. I'd rather say what I don't like specifically rather than just using a term that can just mean a whole bunch of different things. I'd rather be specific and say, you know what, this female character is hideous. They made her hideous on purpose. I don't like a bunch of gay shit spread everywhere. I don't like all these pride flags spread everywhere. I don't like when characters are race swap. I am specific when it comes to my criticism. I never say woke, 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 woke. It sounds fucking retarded. If you're using the word woke nowadays, you have to be a dumbass. Just say what your problem is with something or someone, or shut the fuck up. Because spamming the same word over and over and over again is just boring and corny. But anyway, about Split Fiction. Can you provide a fucking example for what you are talking about? I have no interest in the game personally. I don't have anyone to play it with, and I have other games to play, so I'm not in a rush to play any game. But if you cannot provide any single fucking example for something that is quote unquote woke, then shut the fuck up. You don't play games. And in terms terms of the female character's beauty, most female characters are pretty average looking. I wish they were more attractive in general. I'm talking about female characters in general, not just in this game. We used to get super sexy female characters back in the 2000s. That whole generation, that whole decade of gaming was full of sexy women. And now the women are pretty basic. But if the characters aren't blatantly hideous creatures, what the fuck are we complaining about? It doesn't bother me that much. If they're not ugly, then fine. I don't fucking care. As long as the female characters aren't blatantly hideous. I play plenty of games that have average looking characters. Some of the games I play don't even have humans in it. You play as like robots or monsters or animals. Does it hurt the gameplay experience? No. So you're just complaining for the sake of fucking complaining. You are a clown. You do not play games. You're another fucking Christian idiot that wants to pretend to be a gamer, but you haven't shown proof that you actually play fucking video games. But this idiot doesn't understand that because he doesn't play games. And now you're talking about this game is non-binary. Meanwhile, the game is actually doing pretty good. I showed the Steam charts earlier and it hit 250,000 all-time players. And the Metacritic score is pretty high, even though I don't personally take Metacritic seriously because it's critics and critics are annoying and they don't understand gaming and they hate gamers. But whatever, for the sake of this argument, I'll show the critic score on Metacritic. It's a 92 right now on PC. So what the fuck are you talking about? The game is doing well. This is not a non-binary game. This is a game that a lot of people enjoy because a lot of people love the previous games like It Takes Two and A Way Out, and they see the same type of format for this game and it looks fun. The art looks fun, the special effects look fun, the art style is great. I haven't seen too much of the game myself because I don't plan on buying it anytime soon. Like I said, I don't have anyone to play it with, and plus I have other games to get to, but the game just looks fun. So you're the only one saying non-binary, don't buy this feminist propaganda. You haven't even explained what is feminist about it. Unless you can show me a fucking clip where the characters in this game saying they hate men and they want all men to disappear into the phantom zone. Shut the fuck up. You don't play games. I can't stand these Christian extremists like Yorch, Torch, and John De La Rose. They make gamers look bad. They make us look stupid because they're saying a bunch of shit, but then they want to act like they speak on behalf of the whole gaming community. Meanwhile, they haven't even proved that they play games. And this guy fucking works with John De La Rose because John owns that Fandom Post website where he wrote the Doom article. That dude is a Christian extremist who got exposed for being a queer furry in the closet, and they need to be called out because they look like fucking idiots and they want to make everyone look like idiots. So oh well, this idiot extremist Yorch Torch is at it again, attacking another game with no proof that it needs to be attacked or criticized for a quote-unquote feminism propaganda. The less of these Christian extremists in gaming, the better. Religion and art does not mix because religion just wants to control everything. They want to tell you what you can and can't do, what you can and can't say, and what you can and can't make. And people who just want to play games don't want to deal with a bunch of obnoxious Puritans. We just want to have fun playing fun games. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So Yorch, Torch, and other Christian extremists, go fuck yourself.